Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Ant-Archy. So we are now on I think it's episode 8. I may be tripping. I think it's episode 8, but welcome, fam. It is time for episode 8 of Ant-Archy, and I got some news for you today, baby. I just want to tell you, it's a great day to be an American. Steph Curry, LeBron James. USA brings home the USA men's basketball gold, defeating France 98-87. Curry with 24 points, the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Argue with your mother, because you will never see nobody hit him with the get double team and then just flick his wrist and the ball just go swish. You will never see that. Never. The Clay the Grizzly Bear, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show, fam. Glad that you're here, man. What's going on? So, yeah, it's a great day to be an American, and I love it. But, hey, let's really talk about this Olympic gold medal. So, Curry wins his first Olympic gold medal. He won 2 previous gold medals, but that's FIBA WC. So, LeBron comes in. LeBron gets 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. Hey, look, that's a stat line fit for a king. And he added on Finals Olympic MVP on top of that? Bro, you got it. The king is here. He's here to stay. But sadly, this will probably be the last time we ever see LeBron James in the Olympics. Not unless he wants to surprise us in the 2028 when they come to LA. Hey, look, the USA, we got to go crazy. I'm not going to lie. We got to go crazy. But in the next coming years, when 2028 comes around, when they add flag football, when the men's basketball comes back, and all the other sports are being competed in, I got faith in my country. You know what we do. Y'all don't want that smoke. Y'all don't know them shooters. Come on now. They really double team Steph. Like you gotta realize, like the whole world is watching this. Like imagine you put 2 people on one of the shortest guys on the court. He hits you with a him little step back, flick his wrist, and it go in, and he hit this. Oh yeah, it's up. From now on, everybody gotta hit this before y'all go to sleep. If I ever text you and I hit you with a this, it mean good night. That's what it means. Okay? So that is my small little nugget on the USA gold medalists. Congratulations to the USA men's basketball team. Y'all boys deserved it. Y'all did scare me a few times, I'm not going to lie. But you guys pulled it out. You brought home the gold medal. You brought the gold medal home, and I'm proud of y'all. But do it again in 2028, though. All right? Now, transitioning over, I said my piece. I said my little nugget. Congratulations to the team. Now, let's bring on our guest for the day, my college roommate, Brian Brown, and we are going to talk about some top 5 questions. So, when I thought of these
What's
top
wrong,
5
guys?
questions, are you good? Sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Yet? No. You need to wait.
Please don't kick me off the show. Please don't kick me off the show.
Oh man. But how you doing, Brian? How's life treating you?
Man, life's treating me good, man. God is good, one day at a time.
Amen, brother. I love to hear it. God is good all the time.
Life's treating me good. God is good, taking it one day at a time.
Yes, sir. So, we have some top 5 questions. And look, as you know, as a lot of you don't know, Brian was my roommate for at least 1 or 2 semesters, or 3 semesters. So 2 or 3 semesters, Brian. 2, 3 semesters. I'll say 3. Say 3. Brian was my roommate for 3 semesters. And when I tell you, we would always like sit in the room and we would just go back and forth about literally anything underneath the sun. We would say top 5 foods in the calf, top 5 moments in college, top 5 people that we don't want to see walking the promenade, or maybe top 5 cars that would probably make the most noise at nighttime before we go to sleep. But we have some more top 5 questions here on the show. And so here's how we're going to start. We'll start off with a little heavy hitter. For all my gamers out there, I hope you guys are listening. I hope you guys are in tune with this first question. So, Brian, I want you to tell me top 5 video games growing up.
Ooh.
Top 5, yes. So, top 5 video games growing up. I'll start. So, number 5 for me, it has to be Sonic Heroes. I'm not gonna lie. When I had Team Sonic and I had Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and I'm just zooming through all the levels, and like yellow was fly, red was power, and blue was speed, and like the OST for some of the stages, bro, you got it. I was good. I was content. Number 4, I'm honestly throwing Mortal Kombat Armageddon up there. For me, this is for me. Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I'm throwing that at 4. To this day, I cannot perform an ultimate fatality. The best I can do is, I think Mortal is like 6 hits. But with the input for the fatalities, you got to do like individual like inputs. And it's hard in itself because the timer runs out faster, but I still love the game nonetheless. Number 3 has to be, I would probably put Mario Super Sluggers up there for number 3. I'm taking it to the Wii. Yeah, I'm taking it to the Wii. Mario Super Sluggers. And listen, Mario sports games as a whole was my entire childhood. There were so many games, but there's always that one. And if you want to be frank, Mario Super Sluggers isn't even the best one. The best Mario sports game I ever played, this is number 2. The best Mario sports game is Mario Strikers Charged. If you, for my people that ever play Mario Strikers Charged, you guys know what I'm talking about. The fact it's a soccer game and you can charge up the ball and like different pass animations. When you lob it, you can shoot it, you can pass it, and the powers that each character has, bro. It's so much fun. But I think the computers be cheating because I still haven't beat Petey yet. I just can't. That was number 2. Ooh, and I kind of want to rearrange it now. Because number one, I'm going to put Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Hey, for all my gamers out there, for all my anime fans, y'all know why. And you know what? I will change it. So, official list. Mortal Kombat Armageddon at 5. Mario Strikers Charged at 4. Wii Sports at 3. For all my players of Wii Sports, y'all know why. Bowling and boxing. Yeah. Boom. Strike. Number 2, I'm putting Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. I forgot about Budokai 3 because like it's sitting over there on my stand. I'm like, oh, how did I forget about that game? And the last one is Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That's my 5. That was my long rant. So Brian, can you tell me your top 5 games growing up as a child?
Sure. Well, when I was a kid, I'm not like Ant, y'all. Like some of y'all know me. The closest, Ant will tell you, the closest I got to anime was Beyblade. That was the closest I got. But
guilty as charged.
Number 5. Now, keep in mind, people call me an old man for a reason. Christian household, so keep this stuff in mind. We weren't playing video games with all this cussing in it because we didn't feel like, getting our butts beaten, getting rebuked, and all that good stuff. But number 5, without a shadow of a doubt, I have to lock in with Ant and go Sonic Heroes. I have to lock in.
Yes, sir. Yes, you know your taste.
If you did not play Sonic Heroes, go find some Back to the Future psychopath doctor in the sticks of wherever, jump in a time machine and go back and play it, or just get it off the internet. But
yeah, because nowadays OVA goes for like $40-$50.
Number 4, because I was a huge cartoon head, I bet you most of you don't even know what this game is. Nickelodeon produced a game called Attack of the Toy Bots. I'm talking SpongeBob, Patrick, Timmy Turner, Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron, Tack, and the Power of Juke. There was no beating that game. That was number 4. Number 3 is where it gets controversial. Number 3 will have to be New Super Mario Brothers on the Wii. There's nothing better than playing with your cousin.
Hold on.
In Mario Brothers.
Talk to a pastor. They don't know.
And because all of my cousins were hot dog water at that game, they would lose and be like, pop me. Well, maybe if you wouldn't have lost, I wouldn't have had to pop you in the first place. But that's besides the point. Number two. Ooh, this is hard. I'm going off the game system and I'm going to the actual computer. And I will have to go, and this is just from me, Super Smash Bros. Sonic Edition. It was.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, whoa.
He made that? Like, wait, not he did make that. I just looked the other way. Yeah. But the number one game from my childhood, the nostalgia just cannot be beat. It's where I truly say I fell in love with football. And if you ask me, I would say this: the best Madden ever made, Madden 12. That's my top 5 list of games.
The best. Hey, look, the Madden with the best soundtrack in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
That Madden 12 has the best soundtrack. Without a doubt. Hey, look.
And like Ant said, go argue with your mama.
yeah, go argue with your mother. Don't argue with us. Go argue with your mother. Because Madden 12 is the best Madden. Even though it didn't make my top 5 because I played more than just Madden. But Madden 12 is definitely the best Madden out there. And if it was without on... Question. Yeah, without question. But from the newer Maddens, I'll say from Madden 19 and on, including 25, even though it's not out yet. I'm still standing on Madden 20 with the best Madden. Because that's when abilities first came out. And they had the new spin cycle, the new jukebox, the new leapfrog. They had all that, and there was no AP. You can literally put spin cycle, jukebox, evasive, even though those are kind of both. They're all the same thing. Leapfrog, quarterbacks. You could put hot route master, run and gun, pocket deadeye, sideline deadeye. Yes, some characters. Like some players, you could put 9 abilities on, and they will be the most unfair players in the game. Brian can tell you. Facts. I've seen him play Madden 20 on the Xbox in the room, and he's in this franchise where he's on 2050. There's this 99 overall quarterback. Yeah. And he has 10 abilities. I'm like, bro, who is this guy? He said, I'm in the 2050 season. I said,
it's great.
He said, it's great. Yeah, he's okay. He's living out his future Steeler franchise. One day they'll make it past the first round of the playoffs. It's okay. All right. So, next question. Top 5. We're staying in the childhood. Top 5 feelings as a kid. Top 5 feelings as a kid. Brian, you want to start with this one?
Nah, you start.
Okay, sure. I'll kick it off. Yeah. So, top 5 feelings as a kid. I'll say number 5. It would probably be when you ask your parents, "Can we go to the store?" and they say, "You know what? You've been a good boy this week. Sure, I'll get you something from the store." That has to be number 5 because now it's they see what I'm doing. Bet. Oh yeah, I'm about to give me some candy or give me a toy, or I'm about to get whatever I want. I wasn't those kids that say I want the newest toy on the shelf. No, I was like, hey, this new game came out, and I've been working hard in school, so I kind of want it. I'm like, all right, what your grades look like? This is when I was in 4th grade, 5th grade when I started to have letter grades. Because, I think it was 2nd grade. 2nd grade, you still had very goods, moderates, and stuff like that. I don't know what it is nowadays. I don't know if it's different. But when I was in 5th grade, I remember Mario Kart Wii just came out, and I asked my dad. I was like, "Hey, can I get like Mario Kart?" I didn't say it like that, but I said it differently. But can I get Mario Kart? He was like, "What them grades look like?" I showed him my report card. He was like, "Okay, you might want to get this C up, but let's go get it. Let's go get the game." We got in the truck. We headed to the nearest Walmart. We got the game, and he even told me about this next part. He got like the little steering wheel joint, like that came with. Yeah, so he got the game and the steering wheel part. And then as I put the game in, he watched me play it for like an hour. Then he went upstairs. But still, like that's number 5 feeling. Just having your reward or having your work being noticed and then being rewarded for your work as a child is amazing. Number four. The number 4 best feeling I had as a kid is having a lot. A lot of moms and a lot of parents. I'll say parents. A lot of parents aren't going to agree with me, but the number 4 feeling I liked was when a lot of kids came to my door and said, "Hey, can Anthony come outside?" I was like, "Okay, they put up for me. Yes, sir." So look, have you ever had that instance to where you were in trouble, you got grounded, and so you had to tell your friends like, "Hey, if you guys come to the door, see if my mom will let me come out." Some of them be like, "All right, let me go see." I remember one day, 5 or 10 of my, I think it was like 10 of my friends came to my door. They all like brought their bikes and everything. They all like sat their bikes in the grass, which was stupid. But they all came to the front door and they was like, "Hey, Miss So-and-so." I'm not going to say my mom's name on the internet. Like, "Hey, Miss So-and-so, can Anthony come outside?" Her first response was, "Oh, Anthony's in trouble right now. He can't come out." I was like, but Mom, I finished the dishes. Mom, I did this. So she saw I did the dishes and she saw how many friends were outside. And one of my friends, I'll call him Mr. Grams. He knows the other name, but Mr. Grams, he kind of persuaded my mom to let me come outside. So my mom gave me the original speech. She goes, "If your butt is not in this house by the time the streetlights come on, don't ask me again." I said, "Bet." Ran upstairs, grabbed my shoes. I was gone. That's number 4. Your friends coming through for you when you younger. Oh, that's amazing. Number 3. I'll say number 3 is the moment you're allowed to leave the neighborhood. So a little bit more explanation on this one, real quick. A lot of parents know you're not allowed to leave within a certain parameter of the house. Like you can't leave the street. You can't leave your side of the neighborhood. Then it's, "Oh, you're only going to this person's house, but they live on another street." Like, "All right, cool, go over there." But the minute you can leave the neighborhood, like I lived in Hickory Hills down in St. Mary's County, and on the other side of the neighborhood was a Walmart. So my mom was like, "Anthony, don't leave the neighborhood." So I said, "You know what? All right, that's fine." So my friends one day like, "Hey, Anthony, we're going to go to Walmart, and after that, we're going to Sheetz. We're going to get some food." I was like, "Oh, man, I want me a chicken tender sub from Sheetz." So I asked my mom, and my mom was like, "No," as all moms should. All moms should say no. But then I kind of persuaded her, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, like, I have the money. Can I go? My friends are going." I hit her with "but all my friends are going." It worked. "Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that." But my friends are here. But yeah, that's number 3 for me. Number 2, number 2 as a kid is probably when a lot of kids like you. This may be controversial for some people, but number 2 is like when a lot of kids like you. Because like, like when everybody wants to be around you, everybody wants to be your friend, everybody wants to laugh with you and be such and such and such and such. It's like that's the best feeling in the world. Now so I was like, "Oh my God, like I have all these friends, I have all these people." But then when you grow up, it's something different. But as a kid, you're not worried about that. You worried about everybody liking you and everybody having a laugh and everybody being friends. Everybody around you is cool with you. That's what you really worry about. That's number 2 for me. And the number 1 feeling as a kid is Oh man, I just had it. The number one feeling as a kid is when you make something by hand, like whether it's grades or drawing or whatever, you make something by hand and your parents put it up on the fridge. That's the best feeling for me. That's just saying it's just like, oh, I'm so loved. I love it. And like every time you go in the kitchen, you just see your stuff on the fridge. And now it's like, I'm royalty. They worship me. Yeah. Yeah. I made this. This is my drawing. Ain't nobody draw this but me. Me by myself. I did this. No help from the trenches, from the bottom up. I made it. Look at me now, mama. My grades are on the fridge. She said good job. I was good. I wasn't going to need nothing. Just give me a box of apple juice and I'm good. All right. I've ranted on long enough. Y'all tired of hearing me speak. Brian, give me your top 5 feelings as a kid.
Top 5 feelings as a kid. Number 5. When your friend did something funny and you knew not to laugh and you were holding it back. Iconic. I'm telling you. Your friend in school and they doing something dumb and you sitting there about to laugh and the teacher turn around and goes, don't laugh. Don't laugh. And you just there.
Don't laugh. Dog, that's the best. Don't laugh. Bro, if a teacher told me don't laugh, I'm automatically busting out laughing. We still do that today.
Oh man. Number 4, best moment as a kid best feeling as a kid would definitely have to be, for me at least, when you got good grades. Because, looking back, I know our parents got on our nerves with that. But now that I'm like graduated college and all that stuff, I realize how important grades were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't just a testament to what you do, but it was a testament to your work ethic. So when I got good grades, not only was it like, oh yeah, mom, like, yeah, we'll get you this, get you that. It was like, wow, I'm actually building something that can take me somewhere. Now, in the moment, I didn't realize it. But here now, yeah, so that's number 4. Number 3, by far, would be mom. We're in the car, we're driving, and mom goes, hey, you want some McDonald's? Just out of the blue. Just, hey, you want some ice cream? Just, yeah. Yes,
You're
I
so
would.
lucky.
Like,
you are so lucky.
no, no, don't do that.
No,
because it happened on very rare occasions.
A lot of people don't get that.
That's because I didn't misbehave like you. Anyway.
Oh, whoa. Hold on now. Let's pump the brakes there, buddy. I wasn't bad 100% of the time. I was bad maybe like 45, 40% of the time. I wasn't bad all the time. But go ahead.
The second most iconic moment or feeling as a kid, when you got your phone. Because when you got your first phone, you realized your parents were starting to establish a level of trust for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, here's this phone. You can call anyone on the freaking planet. Whoever you want, just call them. If it's some scammer in China, go do it. Like really. But
did anybody else just hear? You can call anybody on the planet. Just don't call a scammer from China.
But obviously it wasn't like that. But you got your phone and all that. But the most iconic moment, genuinely for me, besides church and all that stuff, had to have been birthday parties. It wasn't just the fact that it was your birthday and it was fun. It was you and your friends get to go to some place, roller skating, bowling, some moon bounce place, whatever. You didn't have to pay for it. Everything was just with your friends, eating pizza, drinking, soda or juice or whatever, just laughing it up, enjoying it. Those are moments that, looking back, I'm like, man, it's like that old TikTok sound. Like, I wish somebody would have told me that one day these would have been the good old days. Like,
Right.
some days I sit back and think about that stuff, and I'm like, we come a long way, we have. But just for a moment, can I just go back to that?
I definitely I want to add an honorable mention to my top 5 because the birthday party one that kind of triggered something. The honorable mention I have for mine is when your parents trust you to have your very first sleepover. Oh,
Yes.
I still remember my very first sleepover with my friends. Oh man, that night was amazing. I loved it. So that is our top 5 feelings as a kid. And now we're going to transition over to sports. So I will have a disclaimer real quick. When we do these top 5 for sports, we're basing it off of athletes that we've seen growing up. Me and Brian, we're 23, 24 years old. We weren't alive when we saw Jerry Rice in his prime. We weren't here for Steve Largent. We weren't here for Joe Montana. We weren't here for all the legendary quarterbacks that you've seen if you were born in the 1990s and older. We weren't there for that. So from the time that we understood football to right now in this moment, that's what we're gonna base our answers off of. So if you don't hear, I don't know, if you don't hear Randall Cunningham, or if you don't hear what's another legendary wide receiver from like the 90s from the 80s?
From the 80s?
I'm counting Moss in the 2000s because he like his prime really did come in the 2000s.
Like Michael Irvin, guys like that.
Michael Irvin, there it is, Michael Irvin. So if you don't hear Michael Irvin in this, don't get mad at us. Or the fridge too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you hear the fridge, if you don't hear the fridge, don't get mad. We're just youngins. All right. So starting off with the first question, top 5 running backs. So top 5 rushers. And so remember, from 2000 to right now, anybody you want to. Brian, you got to start with this. You got to start with this one.
Okay. All right. So I watched the 2008 Steelers because my uncle at the time was a really big Steelers fan. And I vividly remember being over there watching games. But I'll start from 2013 on, because that's when I don't know. Before that, I was a football fan, but 2013, I really, really started watching it. So I'll start from there. Number 5, someone who I truly believe is one of the most underappreciated running backs in the last 10 or so years. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I would definitely have to go with the man, the myth, the legend.
You just say it already. Good Lord.
Matt Forte, Bears running back.
Oh, Matt Forte.
Matt Forte was the Christian McCaffrey from 10 years ago.
Man, bro, they a lot of kids don't know about Matt Forte. You really had to watch the old-fashioned Bear to really get into Matt Forte.
I'll tell you, that old-fashioned Bears team, how they never made the playoffs is beyond me. But continuing on.
Jay Cutler's a bum.
Yeah, that's fair. Number 5, or no, sorry, that was 5. 4, Jamal Charles.
Yes, sir.
Carried the Chiefs team. But there were 3 better ones. Number 3, it pains me to keep. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna disrespect that man like that. Number 3, Marshawn Lynch. Listen to me. You have not watched a football game if you did not see Marshawn Lynch truck the whole defense. I'm talking about the game against the Saints, the game against the Cardinals. You name it, he did it. I'm talking about Packers in the NFC Championship. Marshawn Lynch, most underappreciated, at least Seahawks running back. But number 2, I got to give it to my man Le'Veon Bell. Now, I will say this. I saw a video the other week that said the downfall of Le'Veon Bell. Bell's downfall was his pride, no question. But when he was on the field, Bell was electric. His scouting report coming out of Michigan State was horrible. He can't catch the ball. Well, he did. He can't do this. Well, he did that too. His vision sucks. Well, your vision sucks. Le'Veon Bell, number 2. But number 1, and you got to give the man his credit, Adrian Peterson. I truly do believe there will never, ever, ever again be a running back that plays at Adrian Peterson's caliber. Because you think about it, he had no help around him besides Brett Favre. Do you know who Christian Ponder is? Do you know who Josh Freeman is? Do you know who guys like Matt Castle is?
Man.
But these are people who he had to play with terrible old lines, but he still produced, ripping off runs against his team, 100 yards here, 100 yards there. The suspension didn't matter. Came back, led the league in rushing. Ageless wonder, my top 5 backs, and I would take that to the bank every day. Honorable mentions, DeMarco Murray and Eddie Lacy.
You put Eddie Lacy in your honorable mentions.
Do you disagree with that?
Yes, I do, because I'm putting Eddie Lacy at number 1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You lie. Oh, the lies you tell.
I'm kidding.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So starting from number 5. But number 5 running back, as I'm growing up, I'm putting LeGarrette Blount in there. Because LeGarrette Blount had his stint with the Patriots, he had his stint with the Eagles, he had his stint with the Buccaneers, but you can't deny that he's kind of like Marshawn Lynch light. It's like whenever he got the ball, he would do a little bit, he would do a little juking, but he's running through you. Trust and believe. If it's on the 5-yard line and I give it to LeGarrette Blount, he's scoring. Like every time. Not every time, but like maybe 90% of the time. He's scoring. So LeGarrette Blount at 5. 4, I would put Matt Forte at 4 too. Well, Matt Forte was your 5. I'm putting him at 4. Because you gotta understand like how electric Matt Forte was. But these next 3 people are more electric than him. Number 3, Jamal Charles. I honestly love watching Jamal Charles growing up, and it's so amazing to just live in that era. And the second guy, he's similar to him, just like for Brian. His number 1 is my number 2, Adrian Peterson. His stint with the Vikings was completely on another level. When I tell you all the sports remixes I used to watch on ESPN, Adrian Peterson was that guy. He was the guy to watch. If you saw Adrian Peterson against your team, you knew it was up. It was like, oh, we got to play Adrian Peterson.
Yep.
But there's one guy that he wasn't on your list. There's one guy who I grew up watching, and he's my favorite running back to this day.
I feel like I know who this is.
Take a wild guess.
Chris Johnson.
Yes, sir! CJ2K!
I forgot about him.
CJ2K. You guys have to understand. Bro, CJ2K was like the human joystick of today. It's like if you wanted a jukebox, human joystick, spin cycle, whatever Madden ability you think of CJ2K. Whenever he got a card, like in Madden, bro, that jump was broken. When you see him, if you ever saw Chris Johnson play in like the breast cancer awareness month, like in the uniform, the pink cleats, pink towel, pink gloves. Hey, NFL, if you're listening to this, please bring back the breast cancer awareness stuff. Please, because that's a 10 out of 10 uniform right there. Like with RG3, when he wore his stuff, come on, bro. Bring it back. Anyway, back to Chris Johnson. If you see him run through the tackles, he's gone. If you're one-on-one with him in open field, you lost. If you see him running through the sideline, just forget about it. Don't even get up. Don't even get off don't even get off your block. He's already gone. By the time you turn around and you try to haul and go get him, he's already gone. Don't even try. And he had a little bit of help like around him because he had Delaney Walker at tight end. He had Randy Moss maybe for like a year. And like that Titans team was legit. They just didn't win anything. So they had superstars. And don't get me wrong, the Titans had superstars all throughout their franchise. But they never had a superstar like Chris Johnson. And I'm talking about superstars in their primes with their teams. So you would say you remember Derrick Henry for the Titans. When you say Chris Johnson, think of the Titans. When you say Delaney Walker, I think of the Titans. When you say Marcus Mariota, I honestly think of the Raiders. But I know he was drafted by the Titans, but I think of him on the Raiders because he did better on the Raiders. All right. Those are our top 5 rushers. And now to end off the night, one last question. This one's more broad. So this time we're going to go to the defensive side of the ball. Let's go top 5 defenders. And these can be any position. It doesn't matter. Any position. Top 5 defenders. I'll start. Top 5. Let's see. Number 5. Number 5, I would put Rodney Harrison up there. I'll put Rodney Harrison at 5. Listen, I got to give love to my Patriots defense. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll keep Rodney Harrison there because we know Darrelle Revis for the Jets, but he also played with the Patriots. So it's kind of a toss-up. So I know what? No, I'll put Darrelle Revis in there. Darrelle Revis is 5. And, hey, lockdown corner, you can't really throw his way. It's over. Don't ever throw Revis Island way. Number 4, I'm going. I wish I was alive for Reggie White, bro. I swear I wish I was alive for Reggie White. But in his place, I'll put Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers at 4. Bro, the way Julius Peppers just wrecked everybody is immaculate to me. It's just the edge. It's like the edge that he sets and how fast his like his swim and club moves come out. He's already in the backfield. You say hike, oh, Julius Peppers right here. He's already right next to me. Number 3, the muscular man from the Pittsburgh Steelers, James Harrison.
Debo.
I'll put James Harrison at number 3. And the reason why, not because of his workout videos, it's not because I see him benching 1,000 pounds 8 times or he's pushing an F-150 down your street. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's like he can push a left tackle into your lap. He can drop back into coverage and throw a running back to the sideline. It's like, imagine like a really swole dude staring you in the face, and you're telling me your hands aren't shaking like this? Don't tell me that, because if you had James Harrison running your way, are you getting away scot-free? Even if you run away from his side. You're not running away from him. He was fast. He was explosive. He had power. He had it all. Number 2, I got to go with my man's Patrick Willis. The man, the myth, the legend. I got to go with Patrick Willis. There's one more linebacker on this list, but let me talk about Patrick Willis first. He's just him. That's it. That I don't need to say nothing else. If you don't know who Patrick Willis is, look at his highlights. Look at his highlights. Please. And the number 1 defender, in my opinion, that not only could you not throw on this man, you cannot run on this man. When I tell you, if he sees what the offensive lined up, he already knows the play. He knows who the ball is going to. I'm going to take it back to the Steelers franchise. I'm going to say the number 1 defender for me is Troy Polamalu.
Really?
Yes. I'm going to have to say Troy. And honorable mentions, Ray Lewis. I mean, I couldn't find anyone to put Ray Lewis on this list, but I would put him at 3 if I had to. Another defender, I would honestly say, I already said Darrelle Revis. I could say Stephon Gilmore, but like in his prime, like he was younger, not now, but like when he was younger, he was locked down. And my third honorable mention, because I got a lot of these, I'm not gonna lie, Vince Wilfork. Man, Vince Wilfork was hard to run against. It's just a big boy in the middle. You're not getting away from that. But Troy Polamalu, Patrick Willis, James Harrison, Julius Peppers, and who's my other one? Darrell Revis. Those are my top 5. Brian, your top 5 defenders, man. Let me hear it.
Honorable mentions, man, it's so many. Honorable mentions to Terrell Suggs. I've watched enough Steelers Ravens games. I know what he can do.
I'm mad.
Prime Patrick Peterson.
Yeah.
Prime Richard Sherman. And many others. Now.
Forgot about Bam Bam Cam. You just said
I
that.
did forget about him. And my last honorable mention, before I forget, DeMarcus Ware.
Okay. Okay. I can do that.
My number 5, I'll do this as a duo, but I'll say, okay, 5 is JJ Watt, no question. I'm telling you, I truly do believe there is only one other person in the modern day from like 2013 on who I can say possibly played better than JJ Watt. But 5A would have to be TJ Watt, because I don't think people understand how good TJ Watt is. This whole Myles Garrett, TJ Watt discussion, it's baloney. Watt drops into coverage. He does all that stuff. Maybe I'm just a biased Steelers fan, but we'll see.
Hey, man, look, I put James Harrison over Darrell Revis. You can't be as crazy as me.
Number 4 is my second one. Aaron Donald. I truly do believe there will never, and I don't say this about many players, I truly do believe if Aaron Donald stays in retirement, there will never be another Aaron Donald.
Trust me.
Never.
Aaron Donald's a menace.
I'm telling you. Playing him, even in Madden, bro, I'm like, there is no way. Like, if Aaron Donald is this good in Madden, how good is he in real life? That's number 4. Number 3, once again, maybe bias. I got to go Ed Reed. I'm telling you, Ed Reed was the epitome of ball hawk. If you threw that ball in Ed Reed's direction, I hope you're ready to go sprinting the other way, because he's going to get it.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready to get yelled at by your offensive coordinator, because it's happening. Number 2, I just got to show respect. I got to go Troy Polamalu. Listen, Troy was just amazing. Like, go watch videos of him jumping the snap count. Like, as soon as the ball's in the quarterback's hands, he's on the ground. Like, go watch those videos. But number 1, I got to go Ray Lewis. No one played with the heart that Ray Lewis, well, most people didn't. He was a leader. You can feel however you want about him, and this is coming from a Steelers fan. Up until this point, in terms of, and it's not just play on the field, it's leadership, it's attitude, it's accountability. Even when Ray Lewis was not on the field, he was making an impact. For that reason, I have to say Ray Lewis. But Troy is a very close second. So Ravens fans, don't let that go to your head, because anyway, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to roast the Ravens tonight.
I'm not going to roast the Ravens. I would definitely still put Ray Lewis at 3 for me, and then I'll put James Harrison in my honorable mentions. I think that sounds about right. That honestly sounds better, because now Ray Lewis not making the top 5 lists. It just doesn't sit right with me. Now I was like, oh wait, I'm not a true sports fan because I just put James Harrison over Ray Lewis. Have you guys ever heard the 52 cards motivational speech from Ray Lewis? I'm ready to run through a wall with this man. I like Ray Lewis's 52 card motivational speech. It is that powerful. I encourage everybody in the audience to go watch the 52 card motivational speech by Ray Lewis, and drop down in the comments what you think about that video. That video is a different kind of dog. That will honestly bring the dog out in you. If you have no motivation, if you don't know where to go, if you don't know what to do, bro, listen to a Ray Lewis motivational speech. I mean, away from Eric the hip hop preacher, listen to Ray Lewis. When I tell you Ray Lewis got you ready, running through a wall. Like, bro, I will move an entire house just for Ray Lewis. Like, that man is different. He's different. He's just built different, man. Okay, so that will conclude tonight's show. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hey, producer, can I get my solo shot? Just come here. Hey, come here real quick. Thank you. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in for tonight's episode of Ant-Archy. Please be sure to watch my new gaming podcast Mondays and Fridays at 8:20. Currently, we are rebuilding the Nevada Wolfpack, and I'm not going to tell you who my savior is. If you know, you know. If you watch the streams, then watch it. If you don't watch the streams, you don't know what I'm talking about. You need to be locked in. All right, I'm telling you, just like I'm gonna talk to you like you're one of my students, like you're one of my kids. I'm gonna give you a key, put that key to your head, and lock in. All right, I need you to lock in on them gaming podcasts, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, it's funny. All right. Secondly, you can always, and I mean always, play back these Ant-Archy videos here on my YouTube. You can play them on LinkedIn. You can always play them on my Twitch, and you can play them on what's the last one? I think that's it. I'm sorry, but if you want to be a part of the show, you can DM me on Instagram. That's Clutchy Ant 2 Ys. That's Clutchy 2 Ys and then Ant. And then you can also message me on my Twitter with Big Dog Ant, Big DAWG Ant 4, Big Dog Ant 4, and my email. If you want any questions about the show, if you want to come on, if you have anything you want to say to me, it's anthonygreenfield9@gmail.com. All right? Everybody, stay blessed, stay passionate, and stay safe out here, guys. I'll see you later.